Hello everyone, welcome to Because I Can with Shridhan. Today I'm thrilled to announce that we have Janani Devanathan. At just 14 years old, Janani, hailing from Bangalore, Karnataka, has already created waves for a deep passion for writing and for poetry. A student in Presidency School, Bangalore South, Janani, her creativity has been in her school magazine, and her incredible story to Miss Creator is in our book Once Upon Our Minds Volume 3 Part 2. Janani finds joy in creating her own worlds and characters that blur the line between fiction and reality. Join us as we dive into her stories, her creative process, and let's uncover what fuels her love for the fantastical. Hello Janani, how are you feeling to be here today?
Hello, I'm feeling very happy to be here today actually. It's a new experience and I'm sure I'll carry it on later in my life.
I really hope that you enjoy today, and even I'm truly excited for today. So Janani, can you tell us about yourself?
The first thing that comes to mind is that I just moved to 10th grade because half of my teachers have already started board exams. I like reading, I love writing of course, and that's pretty much it. I'm a 14-year-old, I live in Bangalore, Karnataka.
So like you said, now that you've come in 10th and now with both exams coming, so how do you balance your academics with your passions?
Who says I do? I try to find moments to write, and sometimes I wake up early to write also. My mother's very irritated by all of that, but I find time somehow.
I'm glad that you're so dedicated to writing. In one of my earlier podcasts, a girl, Gina Shah, she had stated that whatever our passions may be, whatever, you will always get enough of time for what you are passionate to do.
Yes, that is true.
And now listening to listening to you, I can truly relate to that. Janani, what books have deeply impacted you and why?
A lot of books. When you started like that, I would say Harry Potter because Harry Potter is my childhood. I was 5th grade, I think, and I was supposed to be studying for an exam, and I was really irritated. And my brother was reading Harry Potter and he had finished the entire book in 1 hour. Or so he says, I don't believe him. And I wanted to see what he was doing, so I read Harry Potter and it took me 1 hour to finish one chapter. But in that 1 hour, I was transported to another entire world. I think that's what attracts me towards books. More books are Keeper of the Lost Cities, you know?
What?
Keeper of the Lost Cities, Shannon Messenger. It's a good book.
I surely
series.
believe.
And then there's Wings of Fire, another thing of my childhood. After that, Percy Jackson, Kane Chronicles, things like that.
I'm so surprised to know that you're a Harry Potter fan and Percy Jackson that too. Same page, yeah. So, that you like Harry Potter. So, what is your favorite book out of all of them?
Had to choose, but it's actually Prisoner of Azkaban.
Really?
Yes, actually. And I guess Goblet of Fire also sometimes.
I love the Prison of Azkaban, Harry Potter and Prison of Azkaban, because that book, it shows the relationship between Harry and Sirius, his only friend or somebody he would actually talk to, somebody who understood him in a way.
It's more like since childhood, since the first book, Harry was orphaned and then he spent 11 years with muggles, and of course he would have been very lonely. So I think it was good for him to actually discover a living relative.
Yeah, it was very nice for him. Through that book, it expresses the emotions, and that's why I believe books are very important in our lives.
Yeah.
What about Percy Jackson?
Percy Jackson. The Percy Jackson series has 3 parts. You know that? So in the first part, I really love the 5th book.
Me too. So what do you love about that 5th book?
Luke was going to be evil. He went down all that villainous path, and yet at the end he remembered the promise he made to Annabeth, and you know what happened?
Yeah, it's the beauty of how they picture those emotions.
It was a
And when we
bittersweet
read these books, it really sharpens our imagination, our creativity, and it's something truly beautiful in our lives.
It is.
I'm truly grateful to books because they've truly helped me. And through books, we can experience many things. We can learn about many different things about life. So, Janani, how do you think reading and writing play an important role?
Well, reading and writing has probably been going on for a long time, a very long time.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they teach us empathy, of course, improve our vocabulary, the basics and all.
Of course.
But the most important thing for me is that it transports me to another world. And have you heard that quote? Fiction is the truth. I mean, fiction is the lie. Fiction is the lie through which we learn the truth. It's a quote I read somewhere. It's basically like with reading books, you get to experience so many things that you might normally not encounter in your real life, but they're just as real in spite of them being in a story.
That quote is wonderful. Where do you hear that?
I'm not sure, actually. I read it.
But it's a beautiful quote. It actually talks about how we can learn so much even in fiction, but it's full fantasy. Janani, all of us have goals for our future. We all wish to be something. We all have a dream in the future. So what is your dream?
That is a complicated question. First it was a pediatrician, but then I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to go near science now. Thank you. Then it was something about art, fashion designer, and while I'm interested in art, I'm not good at it. Now it's to become a writer, and this passion has lasted much longer than any of the other passions, so I hope it will be my lifelong dream. And of course, writing business is very difficult, so we'll see. But I'm definitely going to write more, and I'm thinking of studying literature, maybe doing a PhD in English, and
Wow.
I'll take it from there.
I wish you good luck for your future and may you succeed in what you dream. In my life, I have this very important goal to encourage more children to read and write. And through Once Upon a Minds, this main aspect of this was to give a platform to children who really want to shine as authors, like you and like many of our other winners. And I really hope that we as Ritz World Publishing progress. We as Ritz World Publishing can help many more children. So this is what is our goal.
I'm sure you'll be able to, because you're already making a difference with everything you do.
Oh, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Janani, your story to Miss Creator is immensely beautiful. The moment I read it, I was hooked, continuously reading it. I continuously reread it, and I've noticed that you have a very unique plot.
Yes, it was.
So, what or who inspired you to write this book?
You know when random questions come inside your mind?
Yeah.
Does that happen? So that was how this kind of came. I wondered for a moment, what happens to characters after the author's death? A grim topic. I don't want the author to die.
Yeah.
But of course the characters won't die. They're captured in books, so they'll live on. But do you think they'll want to say goodbye to the author? I just had that kind of idea. And then I sat down and I started writing. And Vanessa came, and then it was her grandmother who had died, and the characters just came.
Wow, that's a very lovely thought. So through this, we can understand that you're a very creative person. And I have to say that your story is award-winning.
Thank you.
I mean, truly.
Thank you very much.
So what message would you like to impart to Miss Creator?
I would like to say that our loved ones never truly leave us. Not just saying authors, people have such a way of leaving their memories behind. They live on in us, in our hearts, memories, souls. So our loved ones never truly leave us.
That's beautiful, Janani. I also hope that your characters, Vanessa and all of these never leave you, because they'll always be in their hearts and soul. And most importantly, it's not always that for the author, I believe. I believe for everybody, from magazines, from comic books, every piece that they've written, it will always be with them. It will always be in their thoughts. It will always be for them. So I believe writing, it helps us to share our values. Writing helps us to organize our things. Writing helps us to, most importantly, let our emotions out.
Yes.
I noticed this when I was writing the Melfield's Odyssey, my fifth book and the most dearest to me. In this book, I noticed that I was relating it too well. Those important values which was in it, I could understand it from experiences, situations of mine. And I understood that writing deeply connects with us.
It does.
So, how does writing deeply connect with you?
Every character I create is a part of me. And I feel that watching them go on their journey, I'm going along with them. And as they learn their values, as you said, because our experiences are what teaches us values. So, going along with them, it's just amazing. It's like I'm no longer bound to this world and I go beyond somewhere.
This reminds you of one situation. My friend, he told me that whenever you read a book, cozy, nice at home, where your imagination just takes you places.
Yeah.
And I literally mean by places. When you're reading a book about a different place like Hawaii, like Australia, like USA, it literally transports you there. You are conversing with people. You are literally into that area. And this is what I love reading books. It's keen interest.
Especially in fantasy books, you go into another different world that is so different from us.
Don't talk about fantasy. It opens a huge, wide thing in our lives. And many undiscovered things which we would like to showcase as well. So
it's like the extraordinary in the mundane of our world.
See? I believe literature plays a very important role in our lives as shaping our grammar, shaping our thinking skills. So how do you think literature plays a role and how we can use literature more often?
Literature enriches our lives, I think, yes. Yeah. So, of course, it will teach us empathy and all of that.
Yes.
But I think that when we go on this journey with the characters, it changes us too. It's like we are going with the characters, as I said. Our world is full of very diverse people. And through writing, we can see more of that. So I think we'll be able to understand people more, especially.
You're saying that when we write, when we read others' things, then we can understand more about their personality.
Personality and the different situations life can present to us.
I agree with you. Through situations, life teaches us about different things, how we should act during different moments. Imagine one day you get a plant and you don't really know about how you can plant it. You don't know much. You're not an environmentalist. However, when you read one book about an environmentalist, you can understand about how you can react to every situation. Janani, who would you like to meet in the world of writing?
In the world of writing. Do you by any chance know Eragon, the Inheritance Cycle series?
Not really.
It's an amazing fantasy series.
Okay.
Written by Christopher Paolini.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name. Christopher Paolini. So he was 19 when he published this.
Oh wow.
And it is one of the best fantasies I have read ever. It has dragons. I love dragons. Anyway, it is one of the best fantasies I have ever read. It is amazingly written as well. It has its own language, etc. I would like to meet him actually.
That's wonderful. I'm sure in your future you'll meet so many people like him. So I'll what was the name of the book again?
Eragon.
I will surely read it. Now hearing from you about imagination, the amazing fantasy it has, I will surely read it. And who would you like to meet beyond the world of fantasy?
Does mythology count?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. There's a figure in Assyrian, Mesopotamian, I'm not sure, Assyrian mythology.
Okay.
She's Semiramis. We don't know if she's real. We don't know if she was false. So she was said to be one of the most wonderful queens. And she was said to be blessed by the gods and all of that. But the thing that struck me most was that she led her own army to the war, not the king. And she was a very amazing ruler. I don't know if she's real or not, but I would love to meet her.
That's wonderful. For me, in the world of writing, I dream to meet J.K. Rowling or Rick Riordan, because I want to understand from them, how do they write? How do they captivate people to read their stories? Because it's like a tug.
Yes.
It pulls us more closer towards the book, and like I said, you get hooked. I don't know how did you get your idea to imply that in your story as well, but I can feel that same tug while reading. So I really dream to meet them. And in the world of fantasy, mythology, the person I would really like to meet is Krishna. During mythology, I feel he is a wonderful person, and what I really want to learn from him is how he matured himself. Because during time as he was young, he was known as a young butter stealer. But as he grew more mature. So I want to understand from him. I want to learn from him. And to you, Janani, if you could meet somebody in this world beyond writing, who would that be?
Do dead people count?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to travel, actually. I mean, my mother travels a lot and she tells me a lot of stories and it sounds very fun. So I was thinking, I'm not sure about the name, Hwin San, one of the travelers and chroniclers in the Harshavardhana period.
Okay.
It would be very fun to travel and learn about the new cultures and lands and write it and help people understand.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's great that you really want to meet him. So he's one traveler, right? International traveler, if I am right. A person who I would really like to meet is Sachin Tendulkar, our star cricket player.
Yes.
But I really aspire to meet him because I have seen his videos. He is very motivational. He has faced many challenges in his life. I would like to highlight one moment with Pakistan. And there the bowlers were bowling very fast. And during that time, they wouldn't wear helmets. So the ball went as fast as it could and bounced and went on his head. And I would really like to understand how he managed in that moment. He did not give up. He continued playing. He fought them hard. And he is truly inspiration to me. My father, he always talks to me about Sachin Tendulkar. You should take inspiration from how he talks, how he shares his experiences, how he never gives up, and how he's so passionate. I always take that learning. I always watch his motivational speeches because those are something that truly motivate me.
That is wonderful.
Thank you. And today, even my father, he continues to motivate me, not only showing me videos, but he tells me that you should self-motivate yourself. You should believe in yourself and you should most importantly be yourself, because you forget about everything. Forget about the camera, forget about the stage. If you be yourself, you will just rock everything. So my father is a true motivation for me. What's your favorite line or quote from a book which you've read?
I'm reading one book right now. It's called Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss.
Okay.
I'm going to cry by the end because it's not a finished trilogy. Yeah. It's supposed to be a trilogy. The first two books are out. The third book is not out, and we think that it will never come out. So I didn't know that when I started it. But one quote, it's like everyone tells a story about themselves in their heads. Always, all the time. And that story is what makes us what we are. That's the quote.
That's wonderful. A very beautiful quote, I must say. Very meaningful. And I believe that every quote has some power within it. And I believe this one is amazing.
What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote? Well, I do not mark quotes.
Yeah, neither do I.
But There was some Harry Potter quote which I was introduced to by Albus Dumbledore. When it's dark in a room, always remember to turn on the lights.
Yes.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It was.
Yeah.
When life gets dark, remember to turn on the lights.
Okay, thank you. Janani, I believe music plays a very important role in our lives. What do you think about it?
It does. Just like stories have the power to transport, so does music, actually. I can't go a day without listening to music. It's something that I just have to. Our souls listen to it somewhere. It makes me feel, you know.
I believe music plays a very important role in our lives, and there are different types of music which we have: classical, pop, rock. There are even natural sounds like birds chirping, trees rustling, water gushing. Those are my favorite sounds. I love the way the songs are natural songs which are created by birds and by our animals. It's truly natural. It really touches your heart. If you just close your eyes, listen outside to the crickets chirping.
Shakespeare once said something about that. The earth has music for those who listen.
Oh.
Shakespeare said that.
Well, I've read one Shakespeare book, Macbeth.
Macbeth, yes.
You've read the book?
I know the play.
Okay. Very interesting book. I like the way how he expresses the thoughts, how he gets worried every time. It really captivates a moment, I feel.
Shakespeare is a cornerstone in literature because in his era, no one wrote like that.
Yeah, true.
And he...
Amazing writer.
Yes, definitely.
So, what is your favorite genre?
Fantasy, I think.
No, in music.
In music. Classical. I actually am a classical singer, except I'm out of practice. I had to leave because 10th academic.
Yeah,
so.
Because it's very special.
I love classical music mostly.
So you also know rags?
Raga.
Oh, okay.
Ragam.
My friend, even she knows, Srilekha, I think.
Srilekha.
Yeah. Even she sings beautiful rags in our podcast together. Amazing rag she sang. Very beautiful. So, do you like mythology?
Oh yes, I love mythology. Greek mythology, Roman, Indian mythology, of course. Greek, Roman, Indian, Egyptian.
Oh wow!
Many.
You are very knowledgeable about the types of mythology.
It's because of my brother. He was very knowledgeable about history, mythology, and all of that.
Okay.
And when he was bored, he would come and lecture me.
How do you feel about those short lectures?
I sometimes wonder if he's an abducted alien. I don't know if I'm related to him.
Now that's a funny thought. So, what is your favorite thing about mythology? Who do you think as an inspiration?
In mythology?
Yeah. Indian. Yeah.
Krishna.
Same page. So, why do you what do you think about Krishna? Why is he so inspirational as a character?
I think it's just something about him. I don't know how to explain it, but he's just amazing. That's all.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. I also love Ram.
Ram.
I believe he's very peaceful, and when you say Ram,
it's like you get that calm feeling. Same with Krishna, actually.
I'll tell you one experience when we were traveling and we went to one temple, Govinda temple, Sri Balaji temple, and there in temples I would love that place. My father, he told me that every time one person visits to a temple, 1% of their happiness goes there.
Yes.
So when I went to the Balaji temple, amazing. I was shouting Govinda, Govinda, Govinda continuously. Everybody's like Aram se, you know. But I was on and on and on, and finally after we were out the premises, even my parents told me Aram se, no. I was truly captivated there. Something just arose within me, and I was off and away. Even Ram as a character, I find very inspirational. how he worked with all his might and strength, how he inspired others, and how even Hanuman, who didn't really know his powers, who really didn't know about his things, how he was so powerful, how Ram inspired something with him, and suddenly he rose to know his powers. Yeah, and because of his immense faith in Ram, he could fight all of those great challenges. Janani, who do you look up to in the literary world? Who you wish you could follow in his footsteps?
J.K. Rowling. Or there are many books which I don't know. Maybe it's the writing, maybe it's the characters, maybe it's the plot, but they all balance it so seamlessly, and I would love to be that skilled one day.
That's nice. Once again, I really hope you succeed in your journey. So, Janani, I believe our parents play a very important role in our lives. They nurture us, they guide us, they support us. At every step, they always are there to talk to us. My parents have supported me a lot in my journey. Without them, I wouldn't even be here. I'm truly grateful to them for supporting me and for giving me this amazing platform to shine. So how have your parents played a role in your journey?
My parents are amazing. I repeat that word a lot, but there is just no word to describe how much they do for me, and of course I'm very grateful for it. I don't know how to express my gratitude properly. But my mother was the first one who, seeing my mother read, I started to read, and etc. And that was how I cultivated my reading habit, actually. But it was my mother who told me, who pushed me to write in the first place.
Yeah.
And writing at first was very difficult, actually, because when you first write, it isn't as good as you expect it to be and all of that. But my mother pushed me to keep on going. And it's because of her that you see the story now. It's because of her that I had the courage to continue as an author. And my father also has been very supportive. And it's because of them that I'm here today, as you said.
I believe our parents are a true inspiration to us. I'll tell you one very funny thing. None of my parents, none of anybody in our family were actually interested in reading. I was the only one who was different from my entire family and loved reading. No, my parents were into writing. However, writing was something that was inborn in me. So initially when I was just 4 years old, I loved to tell stories. Where grandparents tell you the stories, I was exactly the opposite. I would tell my grandparents stories every night. Anytime in the day, I would tell my parents, can I tell you a story? And just begin firing. And then during the COVID times, my parents, they encouraged me to begin writing. So I was never fond of writing during that time. But later when I actually began writing, I really enjoyed doing it. I felt some joy. And later, I just began on and on. I shared my stories to principals, to my teachers, my friends, to my parents' friends, and they gave us wonderful feedback. It was actually because of them. It was actually because of their encouragement to my parents to publish my stories. And I still remember that day when my parents, they asked me, do you want to become an author? And I still remember that day. I still remember that moment. And that is something that always strings within me. So how was your book launch experience, Janani?
It was amazing. Again.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's absolutely inspiring to see so many brilliant and inspiring people over here today. I can feel the excitement in the air as we all have gathered for something truly special. Book launch of Once Upon Our Minds, Volume 3. Once Upon Our Minds, an initiative which officially began in 2022. The moment we all have eagerly been waiting for. This year, I'm thrilled to announce that we have 11 winners. Janani Devanathan,
actually didn't expect my story to get selected when I gave it, as even my mother didn't read it. I wrote it, I edited it, self-edited a bit, and I sent it, and it was wonderful that it got selected. It was surprising, but it was amazing. I live in Bangalore, as I said, so coming to Pune now it's my summer holidays, I could come to Pune now, and I think it's just sinking into me now that it's happening, and I will never forget it. Thank you so much.
No, this is what we want for all our authors. It is amazing to see that smile, that pride and joy on every child's face, and this fuels us every day to go on and to chase this dream. And thank you so much for motivating us. So when we had called you to open your book, how was that kind of moment?
It was like opening a precious treasure chest, comparison. It was like seeing my name in print. It was kind of unreal, but
it felt like you're in a dream.
Yes,
I can relate to that moment when my very first book was launched, Once Upon My Mind.
As am I, my bits.
Janani, you are a very powerful person, and I believe that if you continue to follow your passion, your dream, then you will reach your goal.
Yeah.
I'm 101% sure about that. I wish you luck and success. May you have a wonderful future ahead.
Yeah.
And moving forward, let us do the fun segment.
Okay.
So here I will ask you some questions and you quickly have to answer. Okay. It's like a rapid fire. So, favorite festival?
Diwali.
A dish that you love the most?
Gulab jamun.
Really?
Yes.
I love it. Again, same page, yeah? So many common things between us.
Yes.
Your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man? Not really, but...
One thing you're scared of?
Cockroaches.
Really? Again, same page. God, it's so wonderful to know you.
Indeed.
One subject you want to be perfect in?
English.
You're already so amazing in English. What more to say, yeah?
Not yet. I can do better.
It's wonderful to have that kind of thought. Favorite day of the week?
Friday. Weekend.
Fun Friday.
Yes.
Amazing. A moment you will never forget?
Book lunch.
I can relate, yeah. One thing you've created or written that you will love?
I wrote a poem a while back. It's about stars, kind of.
Oh, cute. What makes you feel proud?
Getting good marks academically because it makes my parents proud. And writing.
That's
Creating.
nice.
Finishing something.
What's your dream for the future?
Becoming an author or writing more. That is.
Yeah. Your best friend's name?
Varsha.
Who?
Varsha.
Vesha. So, I will give you some options and you quickly have to choose one. But again, answer quickly as swiftly you did last time.
Okay.
Reading or writing? Na.
Writing?
Okay. Poetry or music?
Poetry.
Watching a movie or reading a book?
Reading a book.
Of course. Rainy day or sunny day?
Rainy day. I can certainly.
I love the monsoon
Yes.
air. And then when you're having a cold cup of coffee or some milk.
Hot cup of coffee.
Yeah. Amazing. God. Speaking or listening?
Listening.
Science or history?
History.
Grade 2. Fairy tales or mystery stories?
Fairy tales.
Stage performance or writing play? Stage performance or writing a play?
Writing a play.
1 + 1 equals to front. I'll give you one word and you'll have to give another word that first comes to your mind. Poetry.
Fun.
Fan.
Fun. Fun.
Fun.
Fun. F-U-N.
Music.
Calming.
Writing.
Adventurous.
Ocean.
Oh, soothing.
Soothing.
The ocean waves. I love those.
The ocean waves.
Soothing is the word.
Magic.
Tricks.
School.
Homework.
Celebration.
celebration, holiday.
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson. Annabeth Chase.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Magic wands.
Family.
Love.
Karnataka.
Bengaluru.
When I visited Bangalore, it was amazing there. We had visited Vishweshwarya Museum. I loved it there. Me and my mom had so many fun experiences there. We did. There was some fun science things you got to do there.
Yes.
And one amazing thing was that there was one show which was happening where there was liquid nitrogen, if I'm not wrong.
Liquid nitrogen? Okay.
I think so. I don't remember much, but
okay.
And there they put in materials like a leaf, a flower, a pot, and then we see, and it was freezing. It was extremely cold. The person also said that it has to be at least more than -100 Celsius.
Ouch. Okay.
We'll be frozen by the time.
Yes.
God, but it was a very fun experience there. We also visited aquariums, and I loved the food over there.
Yes.
Me, mom, and dad, we fell for it. So this conversation, this fun segment was extremely fun. I really hope you also did enjoy.
I did. It was very enjoyable.
I'm glad to know. I would like to give you one token of love from Rids World. So this is sponsored by Stashlers Storytelling Walls. This has no glare, no hammers, no nails like over here. It has framed such beautiful things, and this is specially designed for you. I really hope you like it.
Thank you so much. I love it.
Thank you. I've always wanted to create a stunning display of all of my book covers, which will inspire me to write even more interesting stories. But I was not willing to damage the walls by using nails and hammers. So I was searching for some nail-free photo frames until I came across this amazing new age product, Stash. The moment I discovered Stash, I knew I found what I was looking for. Its unique, rounded design and sophisticated finish truly makes it even more premium. Just look how easy it is to create your desired perfect photo layout with Stash. Just place your Stash frames on your wall. Take the marking through these holes, apply these studs on the wall, and place your frame. Now, with the help of these stash scales, you can easily place the other stash at equal distance and create your stunning layouts without the tiresome routine of taking exact measurements. I never knew creating my inspirational wall would be such an enjoyable and easy experience. And all this is done without using a single nail, hammer, or measuring tape. Just look at my amazing photo wall. Can you believe that this was completed in 20 to 13 minutes without any professional help? Now this will always remind me of my best work and will inspire me to evolve and to do even better work. I just love the look and I can't wait for my friends to see it. Thank you so much, Stash, for making my dreams come true. So before we go, if it's possible, can you tell us a little about your experience with Rids World, and now that season 4 is also coming?
Okay.
Is there something you'd like to say about it?
Yes. Rids World has been an amazing platform for me to, realize my dreams of publishing my story, and I'm very grateful to them. And I hope they continue their work because it's actually truly changing lives. Inspiring people to write, young people to write, is amazing. And I'm telling others, please participate in season 4 because it's an amazing experience and it will change your life.
Thank you so much, Janani. It really means a lot. So before we go, let us. I believe in self-motivation. So can you just repeat after me?
Okay.
I'm confident.
I'm confident.
I'm courageous.
I'm courageous.
I can do it.
I can do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So me, Ridhan Jain and
Janani Devanathan
signing off.
Signing off.